Hi and welcome to Inside South Florida. I'm Melissa Marrero and today we've got a best of episode for you. We've got celebrity interviews, hotspots around South Florida to grab a meal and a drink, fitness, tech, and more. So let's get it started here on Inside South Florida. If you didn't already know, there's a remake of the Disney classic film The Lion King, and it's visually astonishing. And with the great film comes an incredible cast, including Donald Glover and Beyonce, who lead as Simba and Nala.
You have to take your place as king.
I got to hang with young and rising stars Shahadi Wright-Joseph and J.D. McCrary, who play the spunky lion cubs. The two are very familiar with the film as they performed the Lion King original on Broadway dozens of times. Are you guys excited to be a part of this, iconic movie remake?
Definitely.
Were you nervous? What were your first thoughts?
Not nervous.
yeah.
I think mostly excited for the film to come out and for everybody to see it. And it feels really amazing to be, pushing this amazing story and this amazing message for people out there who really love the original.
I was really excited. I wasn't nervous. I don't really get nervous for things. It's just not a part of me.
It's not how you are.
It's not my
You're just
mojo.
ready for everything.
Yeah, I feel like I try to be. I try to be because I got the man up there guiding me. He's the man.
What was the most difficult thing for you guys being a voice actor? I feel like that's, kind of difficult because you're in a room, right? And you're kind of just reading a script and you
No.
have to... No.
That's
okay.
not what happened.
Okay, tell me how it is.
I wasn't reading the script. I had all my lines down. 53 pages. Just wanted to let you know.
Okay, yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Not a big deal.
So yeah, we had our lines down and we weren't in a booth when we
Right.
recorded any of the lines. We were in a black box theater that had all these cameras around, these two big mics, and we were able to walk around. We were able to act it out and move around and
It was so
feel like we
awesome.
were lions.
Yeah, because when you take away, your body for support, I think that the lines would have sounded really fake. And we're not actually moving around and we're just standing at a mic. So I'm glad that Jon Favreau just took that out of the equation and then we got to really feel what it's like to be young Nala and young Simba.
Lion King is out in South Florida theaters. I'm Melissa Marrero with our screen time.
It means no worries for the rest of the days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
The new season of Stranger Things is out on Netflix. And one of the stars of the new season is Cary Elwes. You know him from The Princess Bride, Glory, Liar Liar, and more. And he told me he was a fan of Stranger Things before he got the call to be on it.
Well, it was a thrill for me because my wife and I had binge-watched seasons 1 and 2. And so to get the call to be a part of something I'd already was emotionally invested in was surreal.
Yeah, what was it like day one on set? It's funny because you're the established actor around a bunch of kids, but was there any of oh, he's great, oh, he's great, oh, he's great.
They're all terrific. You've watched the show. You see how great they all are, the whole cast, not just the kids. And I call them kids, they're not kids anymore. But they're all terrific. They made me feel so welcome, and that was really special.
Elwes plays Larry Klein, the mayor of Hawkins. And the press notes describe his character in a rather unflattering way. Your character is described as sleazy.
Yes.
Which is never a good thing to say about
Yeah, well, politicians, look, politicians are in the profession of not always being honest. Maybe that's the best way to put it. They have a very fine way of twisting the truth to make it work for their belief system.
As mentioned, Elwes has been in a ton of movies, but if he's flipping through the channels and sees one of his films, he's not exactly gonna bust out the popcorn.
I can't watch myself. Look, first of all, I'm in it, and then the second thing is that all I can see is my mistakes. So that's not pleasant for me, But there are other things if I'm flipping channels and I see it, I can't turn, like Shawshank or Jaws or Raiders or any of those great films,
He may not love his movies, but we do. And we look forward to seeing Cary Elwes in the new season of Stranger Things.
I want them to know it's bigger, more powerful, more intense, and more terrifying than seasons 1 and 2. and you're just going to be blown away by it. That's all I can tell you. I've seen a lot of it, and it's nail-biting stuff.
Mr. Worldwide is making headlines in South Florida. Well, are we surprised? Pitbull launched his new restaurant I Love 305 in Miami Beach, right on Ocean Drive. The man with many titles, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide, Mr. Restaurateur.
No.
What's next?
That's
What's
a new
next?
one, right? That's a new one right there. Well, no, as you can see, just very blessed to have this opportunity and this honor to be an ambassador for I Love 305. And I remember the days that they wouldn't let me on Ocean Drive, so be able to have a restaurant on 11th and Ocean, and to be able to come and enjoy it, and then create a slogan, which is whatever happens in I Love 305 never happened. It's convenient amnesia at its finest, and I'd love for you guys to enjoy it and indulge in it.
I Love 305 is 9,000 square feet with seating inside and outside. The menu features American comfort food and tropical Latin cuisine with a Miami flair.
For me, my favorite plate is fricassé de pollo. You had to have that on there, but you have all kind of plates. It's a little bit of everything, which is exactly what Miami is.
You are the prime example of the American dream, creating music and then opening a school and now a restaurant. What inspired you to open an eatery on South Beach?
Well, I mean, anything that has to do with Miami inspires me, because if it wasn't for Miami, I wouldn't be here, bottom line. So everything that has to do with the city's DNA and the city's blueprint, being that it's a melting pot in so many different cultures and everybody here is just fighting for freedom, literally, one way or another. To me, that's what inspires me all the time. So anytime that we can give back to Miami, create opportunities, and show the world what we're about, you'll hear me say it continuously. It's a true blessing.
Pitbull went from passing out his own CDs on Calle Ocho to dominating the charts worldwide. He's collaborated with many artists over the years and still has a few he'd like to work with.
I would say Jay-Z being one of them, his wife Beyonce. We still haven't got a chance to do something with Rihanna. There's a lot of folks that are coming up in the game that I think are gonna, because in the music game it's real simple. You're here today and you're gone today. Not too many people, they can make it, majority make it, but not too many understand what it is to maintain it.
While the NFL won't announce the halftime performer for the big game in Miami next year, Miamians hope Mr. 305 is the halftime show.
Well, there's been a lot of talks about it, and nothing is confirmed as of now, but yes, how should I say, it's circulating, let's put it that way. I want to say thank you to Miami for putting a petition together and getting behind Mr. 305 and letting the world know that it just doesn't make sense to have a halftime show in Miami without the
Mr.
crib.
305.
Well, with the crib representing. I want to make sure that if they give us that opportunity, that Miami gets a look, all of us, because if it wasn't for a lot of people that opened a lot of doors down here, there's no way I'd be having this conversation right now.
Congratulations and thank you so much.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, all right? Now, traído, ya tú sabes.
Yes, for sure. Y cabecito. Netflix is dropping yet another show called What If? The social thriller anthology drama series stars Academy Award winner Renee Zellweger, Jane Levy, and Blake Jenner. The Netflix series explores the ripple effects of what happens when acceptable people start doing unacceptable things. The first episode has Renee propositioning a newlywed couple, telling them she will fund their company for $80 million if she has one night with Blake.
I think everyone in life, especially like with millennials, I feel, they're always like kind of looking for a shortcut. You forget that anything worth achieving is hard to get. You gotta put in some hard work. So with this, I think it's very fitting with that, because this young couple think, oh yeah, we'll just get over this and get this quick shortcut and we'll forget about it and everything. But I think people forget that even the smallest decision can really change you as a person and really mess with even the closest of relationships. And it's someone that you think you have like the strongest bond with.
And since the show is called What If, I asked Blake a couple of what if questions of my own. What if you were to wake up in a country with the same clothes that you slept in last night, but no one spoke English? What's the first thing you would do?
Well, I'd find out. I don't know. I'd walk around for something familiar, like a sign or something to give me a clue. Also, do I have an iPhone or do I not?
Yes, you have everything.
I have an iPhone. Okay, then I just track where I am, find out the language, and then go find an English, whatever that language dictionary is, and do my best.
Okay,
but I'd
cool.
probably be hungry, so I'll just walk into a diner first and then figure.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'm like coffee first, because
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
function without coffee.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm so tired, so I'm just not gonna care that I'm lost at the moment, and then I'll figure it out.
What if you could say a sentence which the world can hear you? What would you say?
I really want to go to Japan, so I'd say someone come to Japan with me, because I have no friends that want to go with me.
That's not true.
So
I'll go with you.
All right,
Let's go to
then we
Japan.
go. All right, see, it worked.
And you're from Miami. What's your favorite thing to do here?
Oh, where do I start? I don't have one thing. I mean, I love seeing my family. I love coming and seeing my nephews and everything, but I love the food. You can't get authentic
Cuban food.
anywhere else for me. And I mean, I just love that, and I love the warm water, so definitely the food and the beach.
Blake also mentioned Sergio's is one of his favorite restaurants to eat at in Miami, so you may find him there. The series premieres on the 24th. I'm Melissa Marrero with our screen time. Coming up as our best of episode continues, some of the best places to dine in South Florida. From dinner to drinks to coffee and more, we've got the spots you need to check out. So get ready to eat when Inside South Florida returns.
Screen Time is brought to you by your South Florida Chevy dealers.
Hi and welcome back to Inside South Florida. I'm Melissa Marrero. As our best of episode continues, we've got some delicious eateries to check out with your fam and friends. Here they are. The iconic waterfront Key West Tiki Bar style restaurant Monty's Raw Bar is almost 50 years old, and the Miami staple located on South Bayshore Drive in Coconut Grove continues to be a favorite spot for locals to eat and hang out by the water.
This property has grown so much from being a little kiosk outside to being a 700-person restaurant.
Monty's specializes in serving fresh caught local fish with, of course, many other options on the menu.
The inspiration here, basically behind the entire menu, is the ocean or Key West theme. We are a marina, so we try to keep it local fish and all that other stuff with the stone crab and the oysters.
Getting right to one of Chef's favorite dishes, the tuna ceviche.
So this is our chopped tuna, about 3 to 4 ounces of that. This is our ginger sauce. It's got soy, ginger, garlic, salt, fresh agave, fresh mango, fresh onion, fresh tomato. Swirl it all around. Put a little bit of teriyaki on it. Now the teriyaki we added afterwards because that's what starts cooking the tuna. Some sauce on top. At the very end. Put on top.
Another fan favorite, the Latin chopped salad.
Fresh romaine, fresh chicken, a little bit of red cabbage. Pour the dressing right on top. Black beans, corn, red peppers, a little bit of queso fresco on top. Fresh fried plantains, half an avocado spread right on top.
And even though it's not stone crab season in Miami, you can find Pacific stone crabs here on the menu.
They're sustainable year-round. Obviously, we live in Florida, so we get the Florida stone crab here. But for 6 months, we do Pacific stone crab. It's what we found to be the most consistent with the flavor as far as the Florida stone crab. We use our 40-year recipe of mustard sauce. Haven't changed that, and we're not going to change that.
Monty's is open every day. For a look at their menu, head to montysrawbar.com. I'm Melissa Marrero with our Foodie Fix.
Duffy's Sports Grill has 7 locations in Broward and Dade, and they're pumped because they're breaking out some brand new menu items.
We felt that we wanted to sort of come out with a new spin on our menu and bring in some really new picked up items that we feel would complement our core items really well. And so some of the items we brought in are sort of twists on what you would consider sports grill fare, but in a better, more quality focused, kicked up, more interesting way. That was sort of the idea behind this menu revamp.
All right, we're intrigued and hungry. What's on the menu?
Starting right here, we've got a mahi Reuben. It's a spin on a classic New York Reuben, so instead of the corned beef, it's got a piece of crispy mahi. This is a more classic French dip over here with the au jus. A nice new sandwich for us. We have 2 new wing sauces, so we're taking our wing sauces from 13 to 15. So we've introduced what we're calling a Florida Heat Wave sauce, which is a spicier side of our sauces. And we're adding in a lemon pepper sauce, which is not a traditional lemon pepper dry rub. It's our spin on it, so it's done in conjunction with our original sauce.
And if that wasn't enough, wait until you try the fajitas.
This is the signature item of this new menu, and by far the most ambitious, and the one we're most excited about. It's our spin on a classic fajita setup. It's done with either your choice of shrimp, steak, or chicken, served with rice and beans, a bed of vegetables, a micro cilantro, tortilla, cheese, all the usual setup, but it's just an outstanding marinade in the steak, in the chicken, in the shrimp. It's a great item. It's one we're really excited about, and it's one that we know our guests are going to be thrilled with as we go into football season.
Not only can you dine on all that great food, but football is right around the corner, and this is the perfect place to watch the big game or watch any sport.
We have at least 80 TVs in every single location. Many have over 100. We have some of the largest TVs around. We also have all the sports programming available. So from beyond just football and college football, we have soccer, tennis, baseball, basketball, anything you want to watch, we have it.
For more information about Duffy's, including locations and hours, just head to duffysmvp.com.
Hello, welcome to Circle House Coffee. How can I help you?
There's a brand new hotspot in the heart of Fort Lauderdale's booming Flagler Village. It's Circle House Coffee, and its founder is Stephen Tulloch, who played 11 seasons in the NFL. We chatted with Stephen about coffee, football, and more. What has this experience been like for you?
Mind-blowing, to put a brand together on paper and work hard for a year, trying to execute that brand and bring it all together. It's an unbelievable feeling, and love the support of the community, and it's been amazing.
And as I understand it, coffee was big for you when you were playing, right? That helped get you through the day. You're a coffee guy.
Long days in the NFL, 6 a.m. Wake-ups, practice, and just a long day overall. And I thought, coffee for me was the energy that kept me going. And so when I left the game of football, I wanted to find a way to kind of bring it all together, giving back philanthropy, coffee, creating a vibe, a community through Circle House.
But let's talk a little bit about the specifics of Circle House. When people come, what are some of the menu items? What are some of the things they can expect?
Some awesome menu items. A lot of our products from South Florida. We have Zach the Baker, our pastries down in Wynwood. Fireman Derek, pies and cakes in Wynwood as well. Our grab-and-go sandwiches and our breakfast sandwiches are all freshly delivered daily. Nothing's frozen here. We have amazing empanadas, which personally is one of my favorites. We also have a CBD-infused slushie, something that kind of wanted to bring in the mix of Circle House coffee. It's a wellness type of drink. It helps anxiety, and that's a pretty cool product that we have here that we're serving. And our coffee is from Panther Coffee locally down in Miami as well, in Wynwood. So we have a good connection, and looking forward to teaming up with all of our vendors.
And check this out. They can even personalize your coffee by putting a picture of your face on it. How cool is that?
We have a Ripple Maker here. It's pretty unique. You text your picture to the Ripple Maker, and it prints any image you want on the actual coffee itself.
Circle House Coffee also has a philanthropic vision and mission. They partner with local and global charities throughout the year, and that's something that's very important to Stephen.
My mother raised me in a way that, no matter what you have in life, you always find a way to give back. And it's carried me throughout my life and my NFL career, and just been blessed to have the opportunity to, play a long time and help create a brand like Circle House Coffee, which Mayor focuses on giving back to local and global communities, and just trying to, bring awareness to, not just as a company, making money, be able to give back and be able to bless the less fortunate. And overall, I think it makes myself, the team, understand what life's really about, and that's being able to give back and help people.
Circle House Coffee is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. For more information, visit their website, circlehousecoffee.com.
Coming up, some fun and cool places to check out with your friends. Plus, the latest in tech and fitness tips for your children. That and more when Inside South Florida returns. Welcome back to Inside South Florida. I'm Melissa Marrero. As our Best Of episode continues, we're taking you to one of the hottest spots in Miami. Check it out. Welcome to the Wynwood Walls, where large walls serve as giant canvases for famous and emerging street artists. The Outdoor Street Art Museum was established in 2009 by the legendary placemaker and visionary Tony Goldman. Artist and co-founder of Goldman Global Arts, Peter Tunney, has been here since day one.
When we first came here, it was just me riding around on my scooter with my board shorts and nobody here. and no customers and nobody came. It was like a studio. And then slowly it changed. After about the 4th year, the Wynwood doors opened, and then a few years ago, Jessica opened the Wynwood Gardens in the back, which is just a beautiful spot.
There are over 50 murals created by street artists from Latin America, Asia, Europe, and the US. And this area alone attracts hundreds of thousands of people from around the world each year.
What's changed now is instead of getting 2 people a month, we get 2 million people a year. What's really exciting here is you get people from all over the world. I mean, since you've been here today, you've probably seen people from 50 or 60 countries. That excites me. I love that.
Inside the Wynwood walls, you'll find 3 galleries, one of them showing Tunney's work.
This is my gallery. This was the first thing inside the Wynwood walls. It's been my studio for 9 years, and my current show is called Tempest Fugit. Time flies. Can you relate? And this is the story of how I became an artist 31 years ago and have been an artist every day since then. It's kind of like a retrospective, but it's a funny, quirky story.
If you're interested in experiencing and learning about the Wynwood walls and galleries, they offer guided tours. In the tours, you'll learn about the murals created by some of history's legendary graffiti writers and iconic street artists. For more information, head to wynwoodwalls.com. I'm Melissa Marrero with our SoFlo scene. A concealed knife, invisible to the naked eye, but captured on screen thanks to a high-tech iPhone case called Sword. It shows a lot of promise for a handheld means of detection, potentially more powerful than a typical metal detector wand. At about $3,500 a unit, the system costs just a fraction of the price of standard detectors. Also, security checkpoints don't need to be fixed places you pass through. In the future, you could be able to wave Sword at a crowd and have it identify anything out of the ordinary. Even restaurants and schools can easily deploy the technology. Sword says they've gotten over 80,000 pre-orders for their product and will donate $1 million worth of them to schools. For more information, head to our website, sflcw.com.
If your teens are around this summer and have free time, why not help them improve their wellness? Health and wellness coach Nikki Levine, the founder of Nikki Wellness, has a teen wellness program.
So I have teens of my own at home. I have a 17-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 10-year-old, so soon to be a preteen. But what I see is they don't have a lot of balance. They don't know how to navigate hanging out with friends, being healthy. I really think it's the first generation of anybody that wants to be healthy, not just wants to be thin or wants to lose weight. So in dealing with so many different ages of clients, I really have every range from about 13 years old up into mid-60s, 70s. And what my passion is to get to these teenagers at an earlier age so that they can learn what a healthy, balanced lifestyle looks like, so that they're not battling with some of this stuff for the rest of their lives.
One of the key components to teen health is managing stress.
Yes, I mean, they are more stressed out than ever. I know I wouldn't be able to handle the load that they have now. Everything's so competitive. Add in social media, it's crazy. So really trying to strike a balance with them, bring it back to a place of gratitude. A lot of them are just busy comparing themselves. So I oftentimes will recommend for them to start a gratitude journal. And even if they write 1 or 2 things before bed, some positive I am statements. I am a great friend, a loyal friend, I am a hard worker, I am, something like that they go to bed feeling good about themselves, as opposed to less than, which is what they see when they're scrolling all night long. So just trying to help them strike a little bit of a balance.
Healthy eating figures prominently into making your teens feel better physically and emotionally. And Nikki has plenty of recipes to get them on their way.
So I can do this in person, I can do this virtually. Everything I do can be in person or virtually. I've done both. But I love setting them up for healthy breakfasts. I'll sit with them and we'll make egg muffin cups, we'll make chia seed pudding or overnight oats or smoothies. They love doing that. And then they can go home and their moms and dads love it because they come home saying, can you please get me these ingredients? I'm gonna make these things for myself. And then healthy snacks, I try to help them figure out some different lunch options. And what ends up happening is then the whole family kind of gets on board, because that teenager will say to their parent, can you please get these things? And everybody kind of joins in on the fun and the healthy cooking.
Nikki will soon be launching an online teen wellness course, so she can work with your children no matter where they are.
Yes, so that's in the works right now. I'm so excited. It's going amazingly well, and it's going to be out really soon. So it'll be an online course. That way anybody, anywhere can take it at any time at their own pace. and hopefully pick up some healthy habits and just adopt a healthier lifestyle.
For more about Nikki and how she can help you and your loved ones, head to NikkiWellness.com.
That's all for our show this week. Next week, we'll have another Best Of episode on Inside South Florida. Catch it on Saturday at noon, at 7 p.m., and Sunday at 1:30. And make sure you follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SFLCW. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.
SoFlo Scene is brought to you by Jeep. Tech Report is brought to you by Nissan.